Think about some of the big controversies you've seen in the Christian world over the past couple of years. There was a whole controversy with Chick-fil-A, where some of the money the company made was going to anti-LGBT rights causes. There was the whole Duck Dynasty thing not too long ago, where, the patriarch of that show made some awful statements about gay people. And more recently, we saw there was a controversy with the Christian charity World Vision US, where they said, hey, we're gonna employ gay Christians. We're totally fine with that because they want to help our cause. And then like a day or two later, they said, yeah, we're not going to do that. We don't want them anywhere near us. We don't want their gay cooties or something. But in all of this, the evangelical Christian church comes out looking like dinosaurs. Like, why are they still fighting this battle when all the rest of us have moved on? There was a writer named Kristen Howerton who wrote an article for this website called On Faith, basically asking Christians, evangelical Christians, is this the fight you really want to be known for? And that's a good question, like a decade ago. But that fight has been over for a long time. Evangelicals are totally on the losing end of that battle. And yet we still have to deal with these controversies every so often. And I think there's a few key reasons why we are still discussing all of this, even though there are some evangelical Christians who wish, we could all move past this. And they're ready to move past it too. But here's why it's a problem. There are a lot of progressive Christians who still can't bring themselves to admit that there's nothing wrong with homosexuality, that it's not a sin, that they support gay marriage. It's not enough that you just want to welcome them into your church if in the back of your head you're still thinking, I need to cure them. That's still a problem. And unfortunately, a lot of these progressive Christians are still trying to hedge their bets or stay on the fence, and they're still trying to say, no, we want you to join our church. We are a welcoming community. Even though they can't say, no, you deserve to get married, you deserve to have equal rights. They won't go that far. And until you have progressive Christians who are in these churches saying, no, I think you should be allowed to get married, and I think my pastor, whoever my pastor is, should be officiating your wedding, the church is never going to be seen as welcoming to the gay community. And for what it's worth, there are a lot of Christian groups out there who have done that. They have done the right thing. They are welcoming, and they're not trying to change gay people, and they want to see them get married. That's what they want to see. And in fact, there's even a great website. There's a group out there called NALT, Not All Like That. And it's basically a project saying Christians aren't all like that. A lot of us are very supportive of progressive causes like that. So we'll leave a link below. You should check them out. But I think that's still a minority of people we're talking about. The majority of progressive Christians still won't go so far as to say their church is totally wrong on this issue and gay people deserve total equal rights. Another reason we are still fighting these battles is because the younger Christians, especially the Christians who know their pastors are wrong about these issues, they refuse to walk out. They refuse to leave their churches, leave their communities, start from scratch or go somewhere else. But they need to. If they really want to make a statement, they would get out of those churches, they would take their money with them, and they wouldn't come back. They would just start their own thing, start a real community that is accepting and inclusive. But they don't do that. And I know why. I know why they would want to be part of their community. This is their home. They don't want to leave the church they've known their entire lives. But if they want to move forward on this issue, it's not going to happen unless they stage like a big walkout and just leave the church for good. There is not going to be a compromise on this issue within the church walls as they are now. It's only going to happen when the younger generation takes over, and you would hope they would have this infrastructure in place for when that time comes. And finally, Christians need to realize there is no compromise that is going to be found. You're not going to find a working compromise that makes everyone happy. So you have a choice. Do you want to go with the loving, accepting, tolerant, inclusive group? Or do you want to be on the side that people like Fred Phelps and Rick Warren are on, where they're just anti-gay, there's something wrong with homosexuality all the time? You have a choice, and you need to leave that side and come to the right side. And I don't have any problem with saying that, but it's a lot harder for a lot of Christians to say that. But I wish they would. I wish they would stop trying to see the good in what the church is doing right now, because unfortunately, whatever good the church is doing, it's totally offset by how they are treating other people in our society. And if you feel that your church is wrong on this issue, it's okay to not be polite about it. It's okay to just say they are wrong and walk out. And it would be more impressive, by the way, if you not only said they're wrong and walk out, but if you did that on your social media so that other people would hopefully follow you and get the courage to do what you just did. So these are the reasons that we haven't seen, evangelical Christians move past these issues. They're still stuck in the Stone Age when it comes to LGBT rights. So I feel bad for younger Christians who are stuck there, because I think for a lot of them, they don't see a way out. They're trying to drag these people along with them. It's not going to happen. You just got to let go of that rope and just move past it yourself. And I'm not even saying you have to become an atheist. You can be a Christian. You can be an evangelical Christian, but you're not going to be able to say you're supportive of gay rights if you're still stuck with that crowd. So leave them. It's okay. Move forward. And then you won't have to keep having these debates anymore. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. Please leave your comments below, and we will be sure to check them out.